And now, YouTube, you have an insight to what I wake up to every morning. That is the greatest alarm clock ever for getting up in the morning, because it won't shut up until you've got up to get the frigging rocket back. I'm talking to it because I put it over there on the desk. But today's topic, I want to talk about this. Paper Towns by John Green. It's the book I was reading in my vlog. I think it was 3 days ago now. I finished reading it the day after I recorded that vlog, because there was about 2 chapters left after the one I read. I think there was 2 out of 30 chapters. Yeah. Well, maybe. I don't know. But this book brought up an interesting point. Is a lot of books nowadays seem to have a happy ending. And this was one of those books where I finished reading it not knowing if it was a happy ending. Like, not giving away any spoilers. There was the 2 main characters. The ending is just sort of, I don't even know if it's good or bad. Like, I think it's meant to be good. I don't know. But yeah, ever want to pick up a book? Anything by John Green is good. Abundance of Catherines is much better. But you never know. You might like it more than me. But it was just a very interesting thing to read a book where the ending wasn't obviously happy, and I think that was quite an interesting way of doing it, but yeah, I suppose that's nice. One book I can strongly recommend is this, or anything by David Mitchell, really. This is Cloud Atlas. It was more popular now because it got made into a film a while ago, and that film, by the way, is just amazing. If you need to go see a film, go see that, because it's brilliant. It's over 2 hours long though, so prepare for a long ride. But I'm not sure if it's still in cinema, but it might be. But this book is actually amazing. It's so long, and it's so in detail, it's just amazing. Like, I have read this book several times now, and it's not as good as Ghostwritten. Ghostwritten is another book by David Mitchell. Ghostwritten is another book by David Mitchell, and that one is much, much better. But this one is going to be a lot easier to find, I think. And probably more expensive, because I want to make as much money from the film as possible. But it is just amazing, this book. It really just makes you think a lot. And even if you've seen the film, go back and read the book. Because the book, it's much deeper, it's much more insightful, and it's overall much smarter than the film was. The film had to kind of play it down a bit, because it's a film and it doesn't really work the same way a book does. But this book, honestly, if you can get your hands on a copy of it and have a good amount of time to read it, then by far just do. You will not regret it. Better if you can get hold of Ghostwritten though. But anything by David Mitchell is just amazing. I believe it's only this and Ghostwritten that are done in this particular style. Like, I will admit right now, this is somewhat of a spoiler. This is actually about 6 different stories, all in one book. So, none of the stories are too long on their own, but you really have to read them all. Ghostwritten is less deep, but has about 9 stories between it. It might be 10 almost. But, yeah, Ghostwritten is much... I mean, Ghostwritten is actually a smaller book, off the top of my head. So you might want to read that first just because it's smaller, but I honestly don't know. Final book on my list of 3 books to talk about today. Sophie Mckenzi, Girl Missing. I literally picked this up because the cover looked interesting, and it was £1, and I was just shopping around, and I just thought, oh, £1 book looks interesting. And the title certainly caught me, Girl Missing, and it's actually... This book, you've got to understand something about it. I don't think it's a good book, but there's something about it that makes me like it. I think it's honestly because Sophie Mckenzi has a very similar writing style to me. Like, I write in a very similar way to how she writes, which is honestly might be why I'm so drawn to it, because there's a little bit of, if she can get a book published, I can. That is the dream one day. But yeah, this book, it's quite poorly written, and it's a bit overly simplistic, but the plot is actually very good. It's decently thought out, but if you're an amateur writer, I might suggest reading through this. just 'cause it shows you don't have to be super incredibly deep to write a story that's interesting. But yeah, those are my 3 book reviews for today. This is pretty much today's vlog. I didn't want to talk about something too much because I'm a bit ill. I was going to tell the story behind this, but I think I'm going to save that for the end of the month. This can sort of be a mystery. And in case you want to know more about what it is, I can tell you directly what it is. It's an amicable necklace. Or you can buy it from a website called Maskia. I'm not being advertised or anything. Like, they're not telling me to pay it. They would be really stupid if they were paying me to advertise it. But it's an amicable necklace with the numbers 220 on one and 284 on the other. And I'll tell you the story behind that maybe at the end of the month, maybe never, because I'm not. The story behind it is a bit. Oh well. See ya.